other classes, like the chances of being quarantined have greatly risen. So you got to know how to function here when that does happen. So we've gone over it, but I guess got to make sure that you understand that on Canvas, okay, we can operate this whole class on Canvas, especially when you're remote. And so you go to the home page, and then each day, oh, where's it at? Okay, it should have the agenda, and then that's a link. If you click it, it'll go right to that module. And this is all under modules as well. Okay, we're in 5.6 to 5.8. But if I click this link, and if you're just regularly absent, now I know you're home all day and you are absolutely miserable. That can happen. That's fine. But if you're just home and you can function, you want to keep up. So if there are guided notes that are listed, you can print them off. There's a video of what we're doing in class. And then there's class notes. And you know you have to submit. This is why we go through the submission, so that you, when you're away, you can submit. Brett was gone. He submitted every day. Everything was up to date. He came back. There was no issues. Okay, so you got to be able to do that. Those little things as if you get quarantined or a friend of yours. But everything can be accessed through Canvas, through the direct link, or in modules. You got to make sure you know what chapter we're on, which will be on the home page. And so we're actually 5.6 to 5.8, and then you can go back to other things. Okay. So like I said, we're getting a little bit lazy. We got to get out of that bad habit. I'm not trying to overload you. I'm just giving you enough so that we know what we're doing. We can validate it, or we can say, hey, I need to fix some things. All right, we're just spending today reviewing these two sections because when I look through there, I don't see. We just got to know how to do this stuff. All right, so I want to hand out this sheet. You're going to get a protractor to make nice lines. We're going to do the first few together. Actually, we're going to do. Don't just keep it. We're going to bounce around and do like one of each type, so that you at least see that one of each type. So we got to get those test grades back up to where they should be. Like I said, this is typically one of my strongest classes. That last test was not indicative of your ability. And there should be room on this sheet to do your work. All right, everybody got one?
No.
No, I left you guys out. Sorry, Brett.
Nope.
Sorry,
Not
Christian.
okay. Not okay.
What is my evaluation?
Oh, sorry.
All right. Like I said, just slow down here. Stick with me so that we're all on the same page. I'm going to do some of the evens, not necessarily all of them, but just to kind of get you started. All right, number 2, graph the line with slope negative 2/3, y-intercept of 5. Okay, you got to start with the y-intercept. Biggest mistake is people want to start on the x-axis. Y-intercept has to be on the y-axis, the vertical axis. So go up to 5 and put a dot. And now from there, slope is negative 2/3. So you just got to make sure that you know you have all those notes with everything on there. You are allowed to use those for homeworks. Okay, which one's a negative slope? Is it the one on the left or the one on the right, Jordan?
It is the one on the right.
It's the one on the right. So it has to match. When we are done, it has to match that direction. And we actually wrote down specifically for negative slope. What do? We go up and to the which direction? So if I go up and to the right, I go up 2 and I go to the right 3. Will that give me a negative slope?
No.
Nope. So I got to go up and to the what? Left. So go up 2. The top number tells you how far to go up. Bottom number tells you how far to go over. So up to, give me at least, don't give me 2 points. I want at least like 2 above the point and 2 below it. And so I'm going to go down 2 and then to the right 3. Down 2 and to the right 3. And now draw your line through those points. Make sure you put arrowheads on it. Okay, so there you go. So you're just graphing that. You start at the y-intercept, and then you use this slope. All right, let's hop down to number 4. All right, it said if needed, read your directions every time. Sometimes you kind of forget those. If needed, write each equation in slope-intercept form. What is slope-intercept form? Joe, do you remember? No, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Number 3 is in slope-intercept form. You wouldn't have to do anything, but number 4 is not. What do I have to do to get the y by itself in that case, Jordan?
You have to add x to both sides.
Good. Add x to both sides. So I'm going to add x, and I get y equals. Now, how do you write that, Jordan?
Y is equal to negative 1x minus 2.
We're getting the negative 1x.
Or no, 1x minus 2.
Okay, he says 1x. You can put that x in there. You can just leave it as x. It doesn't matter. Those are equivalent. Now, he put the 1 in there knowing that your slope is not 0. It is whatever's in front of the x, which is a 1. So my slope is 1. My y-intercept is 0, negative 2. So go to this negative 2 on the y-axis and put your first dot. Slope of 1 means you go up 1 and over 1. Now, is it a positive slope or a negative slope? Positive, so it has to be increasing from left to right, means you go up and to the right, because those are, up is a positive, right is a positive. Okay, so if I go up and to the right, it's going to be a positive slope. So, since the slope is only 1, you don't have to do a point for everyone, but at least 2 or 3 to the left and 2 or 3 to the right for that. Okay. So there you go. So that would be your case. So that one we had to do a little bit. All right, number 6. Keep dropping straight down there. This one's a little bit, I guess, more difficult because of the steps we have to do. Is it in slope-intercept form? Is y by itself? No, not even close. So you got to go through here. Never move. If the y's on the left-hand side, you don't never need to mess with it. So just subtract 3x. And so I get negative 4y equals negative 3x plus 8. And I'm going to write that x part first. What do I do here, Jordan?
Do you want me to tell you the answer? Or?
Nope, you tell me what to do first.
Oh, never mind.
What we got to say?
I did 5 instead of 6 last time.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's do 6. Let's do. Hana, what do I got to do?
Would you add 4?
Not add 4. Divide by 4 because it is negative 4 times y. So now we divide by negative 4. All right, now I do see some mistakes here, so I want to make sure we're on the same page. All right, how do I write this? You got negative 3x divided by negative 4, which is, if it gives you a decimal, never write the decimal. 3/4. And it's positive because you got a negative divided by negative. So that's positive 3/4 x. All right, I got 8 divided by -2.
Negative.
-2.
Divided by -4.
8 divided by -4, sorry, it is -2. So my slope is positive 3/4. My y-intercept is 0, -2. So go to, let me fix that. So go to -2 and put a dot. Again, our slope is positive, which means it has to go uphill. So go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up 3, over 4, down 3, over 4, down 3, and over 4. Okay. So I get those points. And then plot those, and then draw that line. Draw that line through there. And all right, flip it over on the back. Flip it over on the back. Hey, we're gonna do number 8. No work involved. Now, a lot of people they want to make this a lot harder than you need to. They tell you the slope, right? They tell you the point on there. So just go to that point. It's just the same as if they give us the y-intercept. That's my starting point. So I just put 2, -5 there for number 8. Plot that point. And now just use your slope. Go up how far? Go up 3 over 4. So I go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Go over 4, and if I go down, I go to the left. Okay, so once you have it, don't make this one harder than it has to be. Okay, so there you go for that one. All right, now these are going to be similar to what we did last night, or we're supposed to do last night. Let's go all the way on the right-hand side. Let's just do number 11. We're gonna go down that, basically the right-hand side. So everybody should have number 11 done correctly with me. Write an equation, slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. That for the given line that contains a given point. All right. You remember what we do here? Okay. Josh?
Yeah. You put the 4 equals 2/3 times -6.
Okay, we're going to start with that general form, and he says this is in the form x, y. Our slope is the m. So the y is the 4, m is 2/3, x is -6, and then we got plus b. And we're going to figure out what b is. Now the only thing here is just be careful on your multiplying and all that. 2/3 times -6. -4. So I got 4 equals -4 plus b. Add 4, I get 8 equals b. Now we did all the work, we just got to make sure we write the final answer down, which would be y equals the slope, which is 2/3 x plus what? Plus the 8. That's the whole reason we did that, so I could get that y-intercept. All right, straight down there, go 14. 14. This one adds another little bit of a layer to the problem. Up above, we had we're given the slope and a point. Now I'm given 2 points. What do I actually have to find?
Slope.
Got to find the slope using your good old slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I take 3 minus, so my y's, let me see here. So these are my y's. And so I do 3 minus -5, which some of you just go ahead and make a +5, which is fine. The x's go on bottom, which are -1 minus -3. -1 minus -3. All right, so that's 3 plus 5, -1 plus 3, and what does that give me? 8/2? If it divides to a whole number, you can write it as a whole number 4. All right, did I do that right?
Yeah.
Yep, so 8/2 is 4. Now you use that slope, and what else do we use? Either point. So do you have a, Colin, do you have a preference on which point you want to use?
-1, 3.
-1, 3. I would use, the one with the fewest number of negatives. It doesn't matter. It will still give you the same answer. So if you did start with the other point, that's okay. Christian,
I have the answer.
what do you got?
For that or like the actual thing?
Well, what do I have to do here?
You have to plug in the points, which is
So 3 goes in for
y,
m becomes what?
4,
And x is,
-1.
okay, and then so that gives me 3 equals -4 plus b, right?
Yeah, and then you add 4 to each side,
Okay,
and then it's y equals 4x plus 7.
good. Y equals 4x plus 7. Y equals 4x plus 7. Now, this last one is probably the easiest one, but it's probably the one you miss the most because you just forget and you don't really read the directions. Is there any question or you know what's going on? For 17? Okay, so for 17, what do you put down?
I got y equals -2/3 x plus 3.
Ah, you did it wrong. So you tried to get ahead of me. You tried to be smarter than me. You tried to be smarter than me and you got beat.
I knew it.
Point slope. Joe, let me see what you got. Okay. Allie.
Y plus 1 equals -2/3 x minus 6.
Good. This is right here. This is where you got to read those directions. Easiest one on the page, one that's missed the most. Because point slope is this case here. The y1 is whatever is in that y. So it's y minus -1, and she said make it y plus 1. I agree. The m is just -2/3. X minus the x coordinate, which is 6, and then you're done. You stop. It doesn't say to go slope intercept point. Don't try and outsmart me here. Okay, you end up having to erase. Okay, you got 15 minutes. We just did those in about 10. If you get done, turn it in. Okay. Yep, you gotta finish the rest. Start on the front. Start on the front and finish everything on the front and into the back. Also, I'm here. I'll be circulating around. If you know you have a question, raise your hand, and I'll give you a hand.